The privacy, okay. Okay. The privacy is on. Okay. Right. How do I stop this one? Yeah, it can even. Okay, that's better. Please share the live, guys. I think you are here. I think we are good to go now. Thank you for being here and not on by Skim Sam. Let's just hope Mudi didn't choose to go to Skim Sam because I sent him the live. So I'm afraid he may, because actually we were scheduled from 7 to 7:30, but due to technicalities now we are here. Actually, now we are trespassing on his time because he's supposed to be here. He was supposed to be here from 7 to 7:30. So right now he's not bound to be here. I don't know if he will come. I've sent him an invite. He did join and it was very, very good to. We were okay. We were live here, but then I think there was a clash because I was still live on Facebook. Somehow I didn't log out. Somehow I had not logged out. I don't know why is it still saying I'm live now. Hello. Yo, you guys. Where is this live? Yo, yo, yo. This live move to trash. Okay. Guys, please invite others in the meantime. Invite others. I've sent this one to hell. Why is it not going? Okay, you are here. I just don't know. Hello. I'm sorry about the network problems that happened. We all know we live in South Africa. Network is such a big problem, and other platforms are not responding like other platforms in terms of network. Some are much more affected than here. I don't know where is Lydia now. Please comment in the comment section so that I know you can hear me and see me. Please comment in the comment section while I check with Mudi if he's still coming. I'm checking him if he is still coming. Guys, Mudi was supposed to give us, or was going to give us, not supposed. He was going to give us legal advice in terms of things like being in a relationship with someone that akileng a ntshetsa o mo mahadi somewhere, getting married to someone akileng a ntshetsa motho o mo mahadi somewhere, prenup, what is the value of prenup in relationship, the prenup, or na, what time should we discuss the prenup? Should we discuss the prenup after mahadi asansizwe or before? We were going to discuss such things. I'm hoping he's coming. I'm not sure. I'm not promising anything right now. Yo, yeah, now wait. No. Harry is waiting for the link, and I've sent the link. Let me send it again. Maybe he's not aware that's the link. It looks the same to him, but it's actually not the same. So invite others. He's coming. Invite others. Uyeza uputi. Uputi. Wama legal advice. Uyeza. So please call the others. Call the others. Invite everybody, guys. Invite everybody. Invite them. Invite someone. Invite someone. Invite someone. Here he is. Invite someone, please. Please comment in the comment section so that we know that you can see us. Thank you, Abdi Mudi. Sorry, this won't happen again. Yes, thank you. How are you?
But I'm good, and you?
I'm
Is
sorry
this
about
not
what
only me?
happened.
Is this
We
not
had to
only
do.
me and you again?
No, we've got 10 viewers at least now. I think the
Oh,
others
okay.
are with Skim Scam, I'm thinking. Yes, we are here.
They're
Yes,
getting
and
legal
then
advice.
there is
I heard that there are lawyers there that side. They're getting proper legal advice. They must rely on it.
yes, they
Yeah.
just assured us that they can see us and they can hear us. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Maybe just in short, tell us
Yeah.
who is Abdi Mudi Mabengani, except for the person, the lawyer that we follow on Facebook. Yes, that we follow
Can
on
I please
Facebook, that makes us laugh about the woman he lives with and his and her children.
just give this one to this woman?
Yes, yes, yes. What you can watch? Watch from there. My voice is covered.
I am back. I was just giving a
Okay,
phone because
thank
I was trying
you.
to use both phones.
Okay,
So,
sir.
okay, yeah, I was born in a village in Hamucha, in Limpopo,
Okay, all
a
right.
vendor. And then now I've got a site somewhere in a place called Ramondo.
Okay, that's beautiful. Hi, Bo. The network should not do that to us because I can't hear you anymore. You are stuck. What's wrong now? Yo, Abdi Mudi. This cannot happen.
That's where I built my small house there. And I'm staying there when I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I think you had a problem with the network from your side there.
yeah, I think I had it, but I think we are okay now.
Yes, yeah.
So, you stuck again. Yeah? What's this? Yo, is it glitch again? But why this network? Is it my network or his? Mine shows full buzz. I don't know what's wrong on the other side. Guys, are we? Can you hear us? Can you hear me at least? Or is his network? Eish. I don't know how we're going to solve this. Oh, maybe he can reconnect again. Let me send the invite again. Invite others, guys, in the meantime. Sazoba lit. Sazoba mnant. Sazoba lit. Yeah, but you can use exactly the same link again. Or here you are. I hope we're gonna connect better now. Thank you so much. May I start with the questions?
I'm not
May I
sure.
start with the I
Let me
can
just
hear
see.
you
Okay.
now.
I also
I
can
can
hear
hear
you,
you.
but I'm not sure if you are live or not.
Oh, oh.
Yeah. Oh, one minute. I'm not sure. Just ask others if they are able to see us or
Yes.
hear us.
Okay, yes. Can you hear us and see us? They say yes. They say on my side, they say yes, we can hear you. They say um on your side, it seems like there is unstable connection. But for now, it looks like it's okay. I
Yes,
don't know
yes.
if she has a way of asking the people on your side. On your Facebook, on your Facebook, just she should just ask if the people can hear you that side. But I think they can right
Just
now.
follow and see. Can you see me? Because now she can see you, but she can't see me, and she can't
uh,
hear me also.
uh
Actually, and she can't hear me.
oh my goodness.
What's happening? When she talks here, you can hear her then. Oh, there's something here. It's like she can see you, but
And on my side, they say we can see and hear both of you. Two people have
okay.
confirmed.
So we
Yeah,
can
two
proceed
people on
because
my side.
I think that one is the old one. It's an old one. It's an
Guys,
old one.
in the meantime, invite others. Invite the others. They need to
Oh,
hear
okay.
this. Abdi Mudi, here I
Hi.
am in a relationship with someone.
Yeah.
This someone has taken out Lobola 10 years back for his girlfriend. But
Mm,
now we are planning to get married.
mm.
Legal implications?
Uh, Let me also just get my pen so that if maybe there are many questions, I can just note them down. So, in
Okay.
other words, the person that you are dating or you are just about to get married to is
Yeah,
already
we are
married.
we are serious. We are serious. We are getting married.
Yeah,
We
I
are
think you're
getting married.
serious, but
He has taken out Lobola 10 years back with someone. Yeah, like
yeah,
he was madly in love, taken
yeah.
out Lobola there and never went back again. But
Mm.
Dampani, he loves me now. I love him now.
Yeah,
Yes.
you love each other. So the issue is
Not
that yeah, the issue is that uh, that someone that you are in love is still married to his previous wife, because in terms of the law, a customary marriage is valid even though many people don't understand that the process of terminating that marriage is through divorce. So they just walk away. In other words, that person can walk away and then they can come and marry you. And the problem is that because that customary marriage or many customary marriages are not registered,
mm,
you will be able to even go to Home Affairs to the extent of registering your marriage, because there's no record which shows or indicate that you are married. Because if they were aware, they were not going to allow it. But you are getting married to someone who's already married, and in terms of the law, your marriage will be invalid if it's challenged in the court of law.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay. And then how binding it is the lobola in South African law?
It's binding, very, 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 very binding. So
Because people,
in terms, mm,
let me just disrupt you just a bit.
eh,
In our African societies,
mm, mm,
Sotos, Xhosas, Zulus,
mm,
Tswanas. I'm not sure about vendors, but I think
yeah,
actually all of us as African people fall
mm,
under this one bracket. We
mm,
are under like we think
mm,
if we have taken lobola,
mm,
I know that is just engagement. It's not marriage. We think for it to be marriage, the
mm,
bride has to be telwa ngenyongo in isiZulu. Ka
mm,
Sesotho ba mo tshela ka nyoko, ba mo jesa a piece of
mm,
meat, special piece of
mm,
meat, ba re ke kwae
mm,
ka Sesotho. And
mm,
then they put her there, they put clothes, certain clothes that identify her as the new bride accepted in the family. We think
mm,
if that process has not happened,
mm.
then it was just engagement, it was not marriage.
And
But
that's not the case, because
mm.
someone is a vegetarian, so they don't eat that meat. So
Eh,
that's another. You should consider that. Yeah,
it's
he's
about
vegetarian. They are on diet. They don't want to eat that meat. You see, and,
even
and there is
if they
someone.
eating the meat.
Yeah, they don't eat meat. So we cannot say that the marriage is not valid because someone's a vegetarian. They don't eat meat. They don't diet. So
Yes,
yeah, and then someone maybe is a Christian from that church next door. They don't believe in these rituals. So
yes, yes,
we cannot
yes.
prevent them
Like
from getting married.
many
Yeah,
Bazalwanis, the Jehovah's
yeah,
Witnesses, I know they don't follow all those
yeah,
proper steps in
yeah,
African culture.
yeah.
Yes,
Sometimes it can happen that where you are residing, maybe you are residing with Menier on the other side and Mefro on the other side. It's a suburb.
yes,
Yeah, when you
yes,
want to kill your goat, or you want to kill your cow there, then they call the
yes,
SPCA to come and arrest you because you
yes.
are abusing animals. In other words, that
Exactly.
ritual doesn't happen. But we cannot say that the parties cannot get married because that process cannot be done. So,
Yes.
in many instances,
Mm.
things have changed in terms of our customary law. It's a law which is not static. In other words, it develops and with time. So
Mm.
that's the thing with customary marriage. It's not like maybe these other laws which is just static for 30 years, 40 years, and then maybe for it to be amended, there has to be an amendment of a law. So with African custom and tradition, they change as time goes on. If we look at historically at what used to be the case, it was that a man and a woman, or a boy and a girl, were not allowed to stay together without getting married. But these days,
Yes.
people are staying together for years and
Mm.
years without getting married.
Mm.
So that
True.
person cannot come, maybe let's say on divorce, and then start to argue that I'm a Zulu, sifuna Simbati say, or I'm a cause,
Yes.
that's saying this and this. It's like, in other words, you don't go to court and argue only what favors your case, because you have not been following custom yourself. So you're going to just come and say, now my marriage is not valid because we didn't follow this and this. What did you follow? Because even what you were doing there is not in terms of custom.
True.
There's a presumption in law that if you are staying, if a man and a woman are staying together, the presumption
Mm.
is that they are married until otherwise proven. And then
Yes.
there are many case laws which have ruled, that uh, that process of maybe handover, process of celebration is just a process, but it's not a marriage as such. In other words,
Okay.
the marriage is found to be valid from the date that the families sit together and reach an agreement on the border. So that is what the case laws are saying, and I think that's a correct approach, because what happens is that parties are negotiating lobola. Usually, they don't even pay the full amount these days. They just pay a
Yes.
portion. Already, they stay
Yes.
together, or after that
Yes.
portion, they move in to stay together as husband and wife, and they stay
Mm.
forever, for years and years and years. And then with marriage, it's not an easy task. I'm married myself. I'm losing weight. So what happens is that once you get married, sometimes even 2 weeks is enough. You'll regret it. So what happens is that once you start to regret it, you're not going to go back to that family and finish lobola, because this person cannot even cook.
Yes.
If let's say you marry someone, as Africans usually you think that that
Mm.
someone is to cook. That person cannot cook.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that person
But
maybe.
you want it married.
Yeah, that
Shatila
person maybe.
Shatili.
That person maybe is only beautiful with
Mm.
makeup. Then now you're sleeping in the same
Yes.
bed. You wake up in the morning. It's meant to men. It's like you're facing men to men now. It's that's another problem.
That
If
is
it's the man who was charming you there, that's when now you can see
uh,
that, oh, this guy maybe doesn't have money, or I don't know. The things
yeah,
that you see
whatever.
maybe. So
Yes.
many people entered the process of negotiating the marriage, reaching an agreement and paying a portion, but they don't finalize those payments.
Yes.
So in terms of the law, they are still married. They cannot come and argue after 30 years that no, we didn't finish, we didn't batisa, we didn't do this and that. But they were staying together as husband and wife. And then even your families were aware that you guys are staying together as husband and wife. In other words, they
Yes.
were supposed to object to your cohabitation that time, not to wait
Yes.
after 40 years. You find that the children, they're even images, the children born of that relationship, you guys
Mm.
were staying together as a married and wife, and then even on the forms there, you were feeling that you are married, Mrs. Or whatever,
Yes.
whatever. In
Mm.
church, when they
Mm.
say, Mrs. Mabengani, stand up, then you stand up.
I would stand up. Mm. Yes.
Then now
Yes.
on divorce, then you start to change tune. No, there was no celebration. No, we didn't follow custom. How? So
Mm.
in court, you're not going to be successful. And
Yeah.
that's why the law itself doesn't even specify these processes that have to be done. In terms of the law,
Mm.
it is not even requirement that you have to do this and that. And many people are not
Yes.
even doing that because custom has changed. Parties have changed. They are moving in together. They're living together. Then they do lobola. They stay together after lobola. They don't even celebrate. They don't even finish. But
Yes.
it's a custom which develops. So
Mm.
we cannot stick to a custom which was practiced years ago. If you can ask your even your parents, you find that the custom that they used to practice is not the custom that we guys are practicing now. Lobola
That's
was in terms of livestock, but now
yes.
is money.
Eh,
We Lobola using money, so you cannot come and
yes.
say no. In terms of our custom, we don't pay money. We bring live
Where are the
livestock.
cows? Eh,
Yeah, it's like things are changing.
yes, that's true.
Yeah,
Now you telling us, Lobola, the legal implications is that we are married, and
yeah, we are very much in a marriage, but just that
so
it's dangerous because uh,
in this
just that.
marriage, we are married, not just married, but in community of property as well.
Okay, in terms of our laws, every
Yes.
marriage is in communal property. In other words,
Okay.
doesn't matter whether it's a customary marriage, it's a civil union, or it's a civil marriage. Every marriage is in communal property automatically, unless
Okay.
if the two parties have entered into a prenup or an antenuptial contract before their marriage. In other words, it's not only customary marriage.
Please explain that prenup.
Yeah.
What's that? What is
Okay.
that?
Prenup it stands for prenuptial. It's like prenuptial contract. It's a contract itself.
Mhm.
Usually in law, we term it antenuptial contract. It's a contract. So it's a contract that parties have before marriage. Because once we say that we are getting married, it's not just I don't know. It's not a dream. It's like we're entering into a contract once we say we
Yes.
get married. So
Yes.
it's a prenup. It's a contract which is going to regulate the legal consequences or matrimonial property consequences of their marriage.
Yes.
Yeah, in
Now
other words,
tell
you
me.
get married, it is going
Yes.
to establish your responsibilities and liabilities maybe against each other.
All right.
Mm.
What is the right time to talk about this thing? Because people are afraid of that. Prenup. Many people think it's if we discuss it, that means the person that initiates the prenup talk does not
Mm.
love the other one enough.
Mm.
They say,
Mm.
"Yo, why are you even talking about prenup? Hey, do you
Mm.
think I'm coming for money?" Some people are saying, "No, if a woman talks about prenup, I would leave the relationship." Or some women are saying, if a man that I'm in love with, suggest a prenup, I would leave that because that means he doesn't love me enough or she doesn't love me enough. So when is the right time as a notary? Give us advice. Here we are in
O-
Mjolo. When do we
Okay.
discuss prenup?
Life is too fast this day. Eh?
Yeah.
Before we were going to, before we were going to say, before you agree that your married, your families can meet. But
Yes.
these days, life is too fast. What happened
Yes.
with a man who was smart? The man was smart, eh?
Mm.
Yeah. What happened is that a man who's smart. If you can see that
Yes.
no, this lady is well off, she's loaded. On your
Yes.
birthday, I can even just send my family to come and negotiate lobol. I can
Mm.
surprise you. Yeah, I've got clients who were surprised
And
because
I
it was
think I
their
think he
birthday.
loves me. I think
So
he loves me. He sent the people
and
that
then
was his gift.
sometimes find that the boyfriend wants to send people. Let's say you agree that they are coming to pay damages. Now you find that
Yes.
you want to suppress you when they come there. They negotiate level, and then the problem is that with most of at least I made a mistake. I was married when I was young, but with most of our peers, some of them are not married, but they're old. So at home, they can see that no, this person is old, and then you are just finishing their food there at home. So once they come there to say, okay,
Like, Mama.
so when they come to your family, just imagine, okay, it's me, I'm sending my family there, and then we're there
Yes.
to for damages, maybe come to just to pay damages, and then there your uncles can see that now this person is old. It's like you're old. I mean, when you're old, you know that you're old. You're just eating there every day. You don't even cook. Maybe you are even lazy. What happened is that now when my family arrives there,
Mm.
then my family will okay say okay, we're here to discuss the issue of damages. Give you
Yes.
the child whatever, and then the families will say, oh, no, we don't discuss the issue of damages without discussing the issue of lobola. There are cultures, there are people who are doing that. Otherwise, the intention was to do damages. Now it becomes the issue of lobol. Then abo anke lapha bazophuma bathi hey mfana phela bafuna bathi hey phela thina la sithe zo and the damages manje la bathi lo gogolo angasahlali lo kathi gogolo ufuna umthathe wambe naye. They say on your side it's like that things like they say nam phela I'm excited about
Yes.
maybe ngiyavuma. Remember the relationship at that time is still good. Ngiyavuma. Now on the other side iyavuma. Then kurukichita lobola. If let's say ngithume 5,000 uti is for
Yes.
damages. Then about
Yes.
okay damages 1,000 rand. Then this other portion is ngapha kumalobolo. And then later we'll come back and finish. In other words, it was not meant to be like that. But now out of excitement, when you're old, you are finishing the food there. They say,
Ah,
so
I find that
that's why
so funny.
sometimes the people that went there to pay damages, but they ended up
Mm.
getting married. And here's the
Yes, I
catch.
know that. I know that. I know
Yeah,
such cases. Mm.
here's the catch. There was no
Yes.
agreement before to get married, but there was an agreement
Yes.
just immediately before they get married because remember they'll call you and discuss it, and then you are okay. And then that
Yes.
kind of thing, if it let's say it happens, and then when you want ready to get
Yes.
married or you whatever, immediately after that same week, approach a lawyer, go to court, and get that marriage to be declared invalid. Say no, I didn't agree. My agreement was that we want
Oh.
to pay lobol. But the
Oh.
problem is that now, after that, how people will be happy. They'll be even wearing a ring here to say, "Oh, you surprised me, baby. Oh, you surprised me,
Yes.
baby." Then
Yes. Yes.
after 15 years, boom, divorce is coming now. Then that's when they say no. There was no agreement. Hey. There was damages. It doesn't work. Why did you challenge it 15 years ago? You were supposed to
Yes.
challenge it 15 years ago, not now on
Yes.
divorce.
Yes.
So, in other words, I can say that to answer your question, I can say that a prenup should be
Yes.
discussed at any earliest position. Once you find someone, you just get to know whatever. Maybe you think that you and that person you belong together. You think that
Mm-hmm.
you're going to live forever. About
Yeah.
yeah,
Together.
discuss it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
discuss it. If that person doesn't understand it, whatever, come on, you're not the first one to be dumped. Don't
Oh,
compromise.
Isa.
Don't compromise.
Been done for
Don't
a
compromise.
prenup.
Don't
Isa.
compromise. Because the thing is that in community property, someone has to
Yes.
give, someone has to lose. That's the
Omunye
problem. You
bayamgutha.
give, you lose.
I went
Yeah,
for
right.
your
Omunye
home. Omunye
bamcutha, omunye
bayamgutha.
yacutha,
Omunye
omunye yacutha. Akudlalwa lapha. Hey,
nalo lapha
hey.
emhlabeni.
Community property ne? Community property.
Yes.
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 Ikshaya,
I
ufike,
know. I know.
ufike,
Listen,
ufike lapha.
I am a product of community of property. So I know
Ufike,
what you're
ufike,
talking about.
ufike Shoprite lapha, uyime,
Yes.
ungaphethe grocery, bathi sesiyini? apusha ka troli, apusha ka nix. It's like, wena. There was this one. Giving him follow up another day shop. I've got a pair of
Eh,
petty plastic or petty again. But he says,
eh,
says,
eh.
I call him to lap. Says, oh,
Ah,
but
eh,
him, when the cash or card,
yes.
I keep a email. But I'm not sure. I don't know if the money was here or the card was here, but
Ah,
computer property, ne? I
yes.
I haven't getting shameless no more
I
because
know, I know.
with me I deal with divorce only. Divorce
Yes.
only. This marriage contracts exist sometimes, but with my work it's divorce only, and especially the one and our customer marriage. I can't feel what happened. But abangene, we
Definitely.
still not no more. Abangene. Now I've got staff, 5 staff there, they have to pay to get paid. But to be honest, I don't get enough.
Yes.
I are creating
Eh.
employment. I still working, still make sure.
Okay.
But
The last
they
question
must
I have
discuss.
for you.
Yeah, yeah, but they
The
must
last
discuss.
question I have for you, because I'm looking
Yeah.
at the time, at your time.
Oh,
The
okay.
our
I know what time
our
the must we started late, so I don't know what time we started, but I wanted to cover the time.
okay. This
Yeah.
one last question. Here we are. We were excited about love. We were excited about our lobola. The uncles
Mm,
came and
mm,
everything, and we thought there's no need for us to sign the prenup because
mm,
we are going to do white wedding.
mm,
But our white wedding, we're gonna do it next year.
mm,
So we still have time to sign the prenup. We'll sign the
mm,
prenup maybe a day or a week before we sign.
mm,
A
mm,
year into the first time the family met and agreed on Lobola.
mm, mm,
Yes. So it's in between the Lobola time and our
mm,
now, and we are planning that now this time we are going to put in Fundisi and we are going
mm.
to go to Home Affairs. So yeah,
Yeah.
we want to sign the prenup. Is it still a
Mm.
prenup or I had something like a postnup? I
Yeah.
don't know
Okay.
if I'm using the right
People are
terms now.
yeah, people have been doing it. They're still doing it.
Yes,
But here's the argument. There might things like with even with laws they develop as was stating
yes,
before they were doing it. But now
yes,
there's a challenge even in our courts where
yes,
it's being challenged that that contract is no longer a prenup because now it was done after the ball.
yes. Oh,
In other words, to be safe, if you want to be safe, people
mhm,
must do it before the ball.
yes,
Because once your families sit down and agree that you guys are getting married, and then
mhm,
barely when they agree, there'll be something to be paid. You guys are married from that first day. And then if
yes.
there's no prenup, you are married in community property.
Okay.
So when you start to do the contract after, it's supposed to be a
Mm,
post nap. In other words, I had clients
oh,
yesterday who were in my office to do a prenup. Then when we engage, it's like we tell them all these options. So then
yes,
they just decided that no, if there are problems even in courts, because find that the courts maybe sometimes will rule otherwise, another one will rule
yes,
otherwise. Then they just say
yes,
no. To avoid future dispute, it's better to
yes.
take the long route because a post nap takes about time. With a prenup, we can do it the
It
same day.
takes
But with a
longer.
post-nap,
And I heard that is
yeah,
more expensive. There's more paperwork to be done for
there's
the
more
post.
work to be done because we have to make an
Yes,
application to High Court first, and then we have to
yes,
wear that black dress that we wear, and then you go then in court, and then the court will give grant an order, and then after the
yes.
order, that's when now we change. So it's like it's a process.
Okay.
It's a
Now,
process.
last question.
Mm.
You notaries are very expensive. So
Hey,
yes, you guys are very expensive.
ah,
Can I and
mm,
my person just
mm,
decide we take pen and paper, the two of us, write down this prenup. This is what we agree upon, baby. As from this day, Lobola will be Lobola, but me and
mm,
your things, oh, the things that you brought in and the things that are brought in, those are not going to be counted in the event of our divorce. We'll only
mm.
count only the things that we accumulated during our marriage. So this is our contract. Please sign. I have an uncle, they will sign, and your uncle will sign, and that's it. So we are not going to see any notary. This is
But notary publics are not expensive. Eh? You mean? I mean, if you can come with a goat, no, a goat, you can get a contract. Serious. With a
But
goat.
I'm
One
talking
goat.
about excuses that people make. People are saying your lawyers are expensive.
No, I think with our people is priorities.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
If
yes,
it's
yes.
alcohol, they can
Yeah,
spend on alcohol,
they don't
but
care.
they
They
cannot
can
spend
buy
on
Dom Perignon
yeah,
10,000. Yeah.
but they cannot spend on maintenance of the child.
Yes,
It's
no, but
like
they can buy Ace of Spades, eh?
we're talking about
Yeah,
priorities now. If
yeah.
they have to get married, the dress they can get whatever
Yes.
dress they want. The ring they
Okay,
can get
there
the
is
ring they want. You see,
okay.
and then
Well,
it's about priorities. I don't think that notary publics are expensive. I don't know how much others are charging, but
yes,
I don't know if it's expensive compared to the consequences that you are getting yourself into. So
that's true.
with this thing of agreeing um,
On
between
our
each other,
own. Yes.
yeah, okay. In terms of our law of the uh, this registry act, this is the law which regulate the registration now of the contracts. Uh,
Yes. Mm.
a contract need not to be in writing or be done by a notary public if it has to be binding only between the two people. So
Mm.
the purpose of registration and of doing it before a notary public is for the purpose of registration, so that it can be
Okay.
binding against third parties. In other words, that contract
Mm.
is binding only between
The
those two
two of
people.
us. Mm.
Yeah, it's an agreement.
Mm.
That is what the courts have ruled. But it's
Mm.
risky because you'll approach another court with the same scenario, and then there's a
Mm.
possibility that the court can rule that that contract is valid. It's not valid,
All right.
not only because it was not done by a notary public or it was not registered, but maybe because the parties did not understand what they are entering into. Because in terms of our law, you have to understand the consequences or the legal implications of what you're getting into. So, in other words,
Yes.
if
Yes.
you and your Spider-Man just decide to do the contract on your own, you'll have a problem because the other one, let's say
Spider-Man.
Batman or whatever, or who's that lady? One
Um,
super woman or Wonder Woman, something like that.
I forgot,
Yeah,
the Catwoman. The
yeah,
Catwoman.
Cat women, yeah. We'll just
Mm.
now during divorce start to argue that no, we entered into this agreement, but now I don't understand anything. I didn't even
Yes.
understand anything. And to be honest, it will be true
Yes.
that we can prove because you guys are not lawyers. You don't know the
Of course.
implications of out of community property without accrual. Don't know the difference between all these regimes. Like it's easy to say that no, I wasn't even aware, or this
Just
guy just pushed me to do this contract. Usually, they're going to
well.
find out that there's another one case law. I can't remember which was it. What happened there is
Okay.
that they did the contract.
Mm.
It was not even in writing; it was just an oral agreement because an oral agreement is binding only between the parties. Then on divorce, they were arguing. The husband was saying that no, we entered into a verbal agreement to marry out without accrual, but then
Mm.
the court agreed that it was married out of community property, but it's with accrual because the parties didn't understand the differences or the consequences of what they're entering into. So usually it will be the problem to
Okay.
do it like that. It's better to do it. Let's say if you consult a notary public, uh, and then you enter into a contract, then maybe you fail to register. Then once
Okay.
you have appeared before the public, the court will understand that no, he should or he. It's like probability is that he has consulted and gave you the differences between these regimes.
Okay.
So people should stop this thing that is expensive. It's not expensive. I don't think it's
Yes.
expensive compared to the
Yes.
consequences that.
No, it's not. You're compared to the no,
Yeah,
they don't know. People that do not know are the only ones that can see that.
yeah, it's a
There
problem.
is a question from our
Mm.
viewers. It says, in community property, am I eligible for 50% from the day of our wedding or what? Please elaborate. That's Nonikwa
Ah,
Atome. Mm.
community. Community
Mm.
property is everything. It's everything. Even Lincha. It's like commu-
That dog is ours now. She wants
no,
to know from when. From
we have to
when?
laugh. Okay, if there are listeners who think that maybe we're not serious or we're playing, even during consultation, sometimes it's like this. I do. It's like we have to have fun in these things to in
Yes,
order
of
to be able to
course.
understand them.
Yes.
And then footy
Interesting.
in order for one of this thing of one at church, we
Yes.
find that you're sitting there in church, the person is just serious there in front. Sometimes we end up sleeping. So sometimes we have to have fun. and
Eh,
just it's like,
I wonder what we do in church, what we get up to in church, eh?
oh wow, they know me. If they can give me the
A
steak there, they
church
know
that
me.
has you. It's
Yeah,
nice.
but the thing is that communal property is everything.
Yeah.
It's everything when everything
Eh,
that that person had before marriage.
yeah. Mm.
That person they had, even if they were 5 years old, maybe they gave them something. When communal property is
It's yours.
everything, everything, everything,
It's ours.
everything. The patient fund, yeah, 40 years. If let's say you're marrying Madala, maybe an old man like me, maybe.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, for that I've been waiting for 50
Actually,
years. That
okay.
patient fund,
If I
yeah,
hear her
how do
question
you
correctly, she wants to know
know?
from when, from the
How,
day of the wedding. She
eh,
thinks
eh, eh,
she's
eh.
waiting
From
for
birth,
when they
from
get
birth,
into the big wedding.
from birth, everything, 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 everything. If you're getting married to a 50-year-old or to a 60-year-old, hey, and then when I'm
Yes.
on Facebook, I said no mlungu, ngathi no mlungu for sure, no 75 or 85. That you go get, and yeah, the black lady, black in my head, yeah, go get, go get, go get, go get, go get. It's like
Go get our
it's
ladies.
everything that the person had. I have. It's like
Yes.
access that the person got before marriage, then
Mm.
the assets that they got or they accumulated during marriage is
Yes.
everything.
And
In
from
other words,
and from
even in other
from
words,
the day
even if
the uncles came, I guess, not from the wedding
mm,
day. From when
mm,
the uncles, from that
mm,
day, when the
mm,
uncles, first time the uncles come.
mm. Okay, let me explain it again.
No, she wants
Let
to
me explain it
know.
again. All
Let's
assets, all assets
no, listen
that
to her question. Listen
uh,
to her question. She wants to
uh,
know, hey,
mm,
this contract of income of property, when
mm,
is it starting to be effective to the two of them? She thinks it's waiting for when they do a wedding. That the day
mm,
from
mm.
the day of the wedding, then
No,
they will start
no,
saying,
from
okay,
date
from
of
today,
marriage,
everything you ever shared
from,
is ours.
from date of marriage.
Yes, from the
Yeah, in
and
other
the
words, the
date of
first date,
marriage is
first
the
date that
uncles.
they sit down and agree. But here's the problem or whatever.
Yes, yes,
If the marriage is not registered, usually creditors
yes,
doesn't know that you guys are married. In other words,
yes,
creditors are not going to
yes,
bother you that much because they're not aware that you guys are married. But
yes,
if let's say now you were to divorce immediately after that date, then you have to go through
yes.
divorce like any ordinary citizen who's married in communal property.
Mm.
And then people
And
should also dispel this notion that benefits there are benefits in communal property. I'm not sure if there are benefits in communal property as
mm,
such. Because what happens is
mm.
that if you get married today, I'm driving, let's say, my car, whatever, and then you married to me, it doesn't mean that whether tomorrow you are entitled to drive that car. No, it's my car. Usually, these benefits,
Johnny
yeah,
man, no, it's all
that that's another problem that people have. You think if
hey,
me now
yeah.
I've got my bank account now, my wife, yeah, my wife because she's bossy, she can take my account. There's nothing that I can do, but but and she's
I
listening.
want to see that lady shame.
And
It's
she's and she's listening,
you must just
and
say
I
on
I haven't
honestly, I
eaten.
want to
I
just
haven't
say,
eaten. She can eat, I think she'll take my plate and give it to the dogs. So sometimes sometimes you're going to get married to a person who's not going to even provide anything for you. It's not going to
yes,
even maintain the children. It's like that person doesn't care. When you'll be broke, you'll get married today thinking that you're going to be rich. We're broke, we're broke, we're broke. There's nothing that you can do.
oh yes,
So usually
yes,
benefits of income property is on divorce. It's like if I've got a
yes,
pension fund, it's not your pension fund. It's not your pension fund. My bank
yes,
account, my business is not your business.
yes,
These things
yes,
usually is like to benefit. You have to divorce first. That's when now
yes,
you're going to be rich.
yes,
If
that's true.
if he or she thought maybe their house belonged to them, that's when
Mm,
now, yeah, it's our house now on divorce. It's like these
mm,
things usually you see the benefits on divorce, but during marriage,
yes, that's true.
there are no changes.
Yo,
My money is my money. Your
and
money is your money.
then I see the last question here from the comment section.
Mm,
If someone paid Lobola in full and
mm,
staying together but no wedding, if he
mm,
or she dies, who has
mm.
the right to bury him or her?
To bury. I don't know. You know how people were. Sorry to laugh. Yeah, okay. Okay, each approach courts usually it's good to be found that the wife is the one who has the right to bury her. But remember,
Mm.
as African people, you don't just bury a person. You'll bury someone from Venda, that's all. Bury him here in Gauteng. Oh, no, serious. Yeah, or when you're burying
Uzongibukela
someone,
vele.
you're burying someone from Eastern Cape.
Uzongibukela vele.
Huh?
Uzongibukela vele.
Or is it supposed to be kahle? It's like, or okay, when after burial, whatever, we in toilet, toilet, uzenzani wena? I'm serious. So with it's like as people, there are things we should fight for. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if in other cultures, but in from people from Venda, from Limpopo, there are those people
Yes.
from royals, like they are royals. You don't just bury them
Yes.
anywhere. So with me,
Yes.
if I die, even if you can bury me here, I don't mind. But remember, I've got a family at home. It's like everyone is at home. My mother's this side, but home is that side. Everything is
Yes.
that side. My grandparents are buried that side. My fathers are buried that
Yes.
side. Usually, what happens is that people should just try to not to fight too much. Compromise. If you know that a person maybe wanted to be buried that side, just go and bury that person that side to avoid issues. It's not like all our problems have to be solved by courts. But if you were to
Yes.
approach court can rule otherwise. Sometimes they can rule that
Yes.
when you can bury this person this side. Sometimes they can even rule that no, when you can bury that person that side where he's from. It's not like there's a law which says that who has the rights. People are fighting in court, and what they do is that usually they fight on Friday night. It's like you are burying tomorrow when it's a family, then someone
Ooh.
approaches court on urgent basis on Friday, then that funeral is
Ooh.
stopped. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
that time thina phela if isekhaya siyadla thina evenda if washona manje on is Monday sidla from Monday until sekungaba on Saturday sidla every day asapheke endlini. Yeah, we no cook, we're going to eat there in this door. So just imagine then Saturday there's a court case,
Expensive.
we're not burying. We have to
Ooh.
wait for another week. And then find that when they go to court, maybe they lose that case or they settle, then it's like another cow. And when we're going to eat for 2 weeks at your home. So people should say, I don't know, you
She's,
should fight
yeah.
if it's worth it.
No, I get you.
There's that case ka HHP, if you remember him.
A double HP, yes.
Yeah, it also
Yeah.
happened in that case where the Lirato was also fighting that no, she has the right to bury the deceased, but the court ruled that
Yes.
how was not fair. It's not fair.
Yes.
So in
Yes.
other words, it's not a win-win situation, but people should not just approach for everything. There are
Okay.
things that you should solve or you should just use your common sense. Is it worth it?
Discretion, yeah.
If you want to
Mm.
ufuna ukumnqaba Gauteng and then everybody at okay, nqabe. Just imagine uwe nefamily yakho nqaba somebody ningamazi.
Ooh.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Because
much, Mudi, for this session. Any last words? Last words of advice? I know we still have
okay,
another week and another week,
okay,
but for today, something
okay,
to think about. Give us a bone to chew in the meantime.
okay. People should understand that there are consequences in marriage and they're dire. It's not just consequences, they are dire. It's like they will clean you as a put in this
Yes.
marriage. People should not be desperate. You should know what you want in life. If when you want to get married into property, if it's good for you, go for it. But if whether you know that I don't want to get married out in community property, or it's like come on, you must say it. We're not kids anymore,
No,
and
no,
we are
I can't.
adults.
I'm special. I'm special. My
Mm,
man loves me and loves me. I like.
yeah.
I've got no
And then
doubts.
what
We are
happened
in this
next door?
together for life.
What happened to me, or what happened next door? It won't happen to me.
Yes.
It's a problem in marriage. You must know that you can go in with assets, and then you can come out without assets. That's a problem.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially in communal property, they say giver, and then someone just going to benefit if it happens that you
Yes.
divorce.
Mm.
They are going to kukuna your pension fund,
Yeah.
your houses. It's like I'm doing divorce every day. There was another matter that I was doing someone today. My client has 2 houses. She has pension fund. She has 2 cars. The guy doesn't have anything. Dala and beautiful. He doesn't have anything. I support him to an west. It's like I support him to an It's like now when
Yes.
you approach me to say I want to divorce, we have to start back to your agreement that you entered into 5 years ago. How did you get married? Are you in community or are you out of community property? And people must understand that lawyers don't do miracles. We'll try our best. We'll try to argue there, but
Mm.
the law is the law. Your choice is going to be binding against you.
Mm,
is you'll be lucky if the court understand your story and then you don't have to share. But many people are
yeah,
sharing their assets.
mm,
You're not going to gain anything. If you want to get married in communal property or out of communal property, at least have knowledge of what you are entering into. But if you
mm,
don't want it, don't compromise.
yes,
Don't compromise because there are men or women who will say, otherwise, let's just not get married. And then when because you are desperate for a marriage, mdala maybe, we
plus
think that,
anyathi angibona
yeah,
ngigujile hayi ubani uzongishada futhi hey let me
yeah,
just yeah
just stay home when or stay with your kids. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
and it's
It's not worth
really
it.
not worth it. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
there and
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I've got scars to prove it.
yeah, it's a problem. Sometimes you
Yeah,
get married there, and then instead of getting out with your assets, it's like you are over indebted forever for life.
yeah, mm,
Yeah. So if people should just have knowledge about these things, and footy,
yeah,
what is more important is that before you do lobola, consider doing the marriage contract if you want to marry out. Consider that.
yes,
And then if someone is pushing you to marry in, sometimes you should even ask for credit report or something. I mean, why are they saying let's marry in? There's no reason for someone who's saying let's marry in. They'll tell you that it shows that you are serious, you love me, you trust me out. Trust doesn't need to have anything to do with community property or out of community.
yes, that is
Yeah.
true. And love has got nothing to do with the marriage contract.
Doesn't have. Sometimes when you are there in that marriage, you will even ask yourself if there's love.
Yes, that's true. So
It's
many
it's
people are
tough.
just cohabiting. They are just living together,
Yeah,
existing together. But
sleeping. When they remember when they approach us, some of them have been sleeping in separate bedrooms for 6 years.
for a
They don't talk
while,
to each
yes,
other. They don't talk to each
yes.
other. It's like
Mm,
it's a mess. Some of them, like myself, I'm just staying with this woman because and it's like it's tough. It's tough. You gotta just walk away. Eh?
Hey, Mudi, man. Thank you so much. Nanikwa
I can
says
see.
thank you. And then
I can, I can, I can, I
Pony.
can, I can see her already taking my plate, giving it to the dogs. So
No,
that's
she
it.
should. Please tell
So
her
that's
I
it.
love her so, so much.
Mm. No, but it's,
Everybody's saying thank you so much. Somebody
you're
says marriage
welcome.
is a scam. Guys, marriage can be a beautiful thing, but yeah, you've got to be wise, eh? Thank you, Mudi.
The marriage, uh, yeah, next
I hope
week.
next week will afford us 30 minutes. It's gonna
Yeah,
go smoother than today because at least now we know our footing. We know which
yeah.
platform suits us better.
Thanks for the invite, and
Thank you,
I
sir.
hope people have learned. Yeah,
I hope so. This please don't
mm,
underestimate what you are doing. This is
mm,
valuable, and
Hey, but
it's and
problem
we
is
love
love.
free things.
Problem
As black
problem is
people, we love free
problem
things.
is love. Problem is love and
Yeah,
emotions. Shame.
yeah, yes, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true. Thank
that's
you
the
so
problem.
much.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you so much. Yes.
Okay,
Good
okay, bye
night,
bye.
sir. And the woman that you
Okay,
live with and her children. Good night.
okay. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Mhm.
Bye bye.